Okay, my camera's out of focus. Good evening, guys. Okay, that was not exactly the greatest of starts, but okay, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Just got back, getting the players into the server. So the first two maps are going to be Vertigo, and it's going to be Inferno, and that's going to be the BO2s for today, or BO1 for today. So we got the Vertigo and Inferno. Next up, we're going to go straight into the matchups, and welcome guys to the ESL Challenger League. We're going to go to BNK, which has got Damio, Brace, Addict, Hazard, and your Wombat. So they're going to be in today. So Wombat's going to be subbing in for PZ. Obviously PZ had quit, which is sad. Well, not quit, but has quit the team, or bench the team. I'm not sure where, or where. And then on the other side, we've got KZG, and they've also got a newbie as well, as also, of course, Kane leaving that roster. They had a stand-in for a while, then had Craxy, come in and help, and now Craxy's left the roster. Now I've picked up Jinxie from Arcade, or X-Arcade, whatever you put it. And they've got him in as well. We've got Hazzy still on a big green, you got State, you got Stomachs, and you got Migovi RGL instead. Now this, well, like I say, this one is just going to be basically KZG trying to avoid deeper relegation in particular, and BNK to try and survive, well, not try and survive, but try and secure a playoff spot. Now let's get the playoff spots as we come up here, because I don't have the ladder icon here, but I do have the ladder on the website in particular, so I'll get that up very, very quickly. So basically there are two guaranteed spots that you'll get relegated. So basically, fortunately, one of them's already been taken by Archon, but the other one is going to be taken by another team. So that's what we're going to check in particular. So checking the Australian region at the moment. Why can't I find it? Anyway, we'll find it very, very shortly, but I'm very sure KZG, they can't be relegated directly at all. So they're fine. I know BNK, if they win 2 and Mindfreak don't win any, that they could be good as well. So checking out here as well. So basically, Bandits Kangaroos, they need to win 2 games. They need to make sure that Rooster don't win a game, which is unlikely, to get second. And they need to make sure that Mindfreak don't win a map against FlyQuest. Oh no, they need to make sure that Mindfreak don't 2-0 FlyQuest, given the fact that Mindfreak and Bandits Kangaroos, I believe they went 1-1 against each other. So that would be a bit different. Yeah, they did go 1. Oh no. They went 1-1 against each other, didn't they? I'll just double check it. I'll check BNK's results against Mindfreaks. I believe it was 1-1 against each other. So we mapped the side, given that no head-to-head can't be defined now, defined at all. So if Bandits Kangaroos win 2 matches and Mindfreak, they have to win 2-0 to secure their third spot. BNK, they win 2-0 and they don't secure third spot. They actually have to wait for Mindfreak. If Mindfreak lose 1 game against FlyQuest, it's pretty much over, I'm going to say, if they lose 1 game, if BNK do win 2 games. The other ones we got was KZG. KZG, they just need to make sure that DXA don't win 2-0, otherwise they go down to a lower bracket, potentially, depending how DXA ends up. Given that DXA's map differential is really horrible, I don't think that's going to be the case, given that KZG still have head-to-head ratio. But if KZG do win any map in particular, they will go above Arcade, depending on how that Arcade difference went in the end. Just checking that for you guys as well, checking how they went against Arcade. And I believe they're versing Vex, so they got 2-0'd by Vex. So in fact, they've got to win both games against BNK if they want to avoid relegation altogether, which is going to be very, very unlikely. Anyways, guys, we're going to be in the server, because I see the players are ready to get the knife round started, so we're going to hit you guys in there as well. But those are the permutations of this game. So if BNK win 2, they need to hope that Mindfreak don't beat FlyQuest, which is going to be very, very unlikely. FlyQuest have got number 1 spot regardless of what happens today, given the fact they've got 14-0. They got it all yesterday. And we're coming in with a bit of a knife round here. Players just waiting. They're just like, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. And the right click commence, and looks like BNK, well, they're going to win that one. Like I said, there's a lot of dead rubbers in this one in particular. But this one's actually, I think the other one, the DXAV Canon event's also a live wire as well. Basically, with DXA and Canon event, DXA, like if DXA loses 2-0, they're taking direct relegation, which would be Horrible, horrible, horrible. You know, I start the pistols. BNK starts on the CT side. Venus getting a plus Viridian announcement. I guess it's very unlikely that at the moment for either team. Like I don't think BNK would take an IGL, given that Brace is IGL for Viridian. If anything, I'd say they'd probably get Night Raid or something like that. Choco Jesus, if you spoil another result, you'll be banned from the channel. Hazard gets the opening, takes out Hassie. Your Wombat gets a second and a third. It actually stuck on via middle. Hazard from behind. That's up to Samux. Samux does a bit of damage, just take down your Wombat. Samux gets a second, takes down Hazard. Flashbang being thrown in. Samux is completely flashed. Go for the ace to win. Sorry for buttering the channel. Sorry, your channel promotion tool's shit. Get out of my channel. Samux does a bit of damage. Got himself in a good position here. They haven't tagged him that much at all. Have down Damio. Samux makes a movement. They peek out. Samux is actually running low on ammo on that Glock. Needs to get a headshot. They still haven't got any taps on him yet. Samux gets another. And that's up to Braces. Braces on very low HP. He can do it now. Brace dropping back further. And Samux has converted a 1v5 ace. And Shoko, by the way, you know, you can go away. You're spoiling shit and no one cares, okay? Come back when you know how to keep your hands off the keyboard if stuff hasn't happened yet, okay? Keep the hands off the keyboard, okay? I gotta say, really, BNK should have really triple peaked that. Like, honestly, really should have triple peaked that. Don't know why they didn't, and KZG have got a round out of nowhere. Because they had 3 players on the A side, just B side, just triple peak it. You can't take all of you out. They force sport instead. KZG will probably punish this. If punished force buy from MIBR. On that, a lot of damage on Hassie. There's a bit more damage on him in Gove, but he goes down. Henry's actually been tagged up as well on the other end. At Sandbags. He tried to get into the action, no shots at all. Checking the ping and whatnot from the players. No, the ping's fine. Going for that B site. I think this was a feint from KZG. It was. They grabbed Mingovi's weapon after hearing the execute. Hazard takes down Hassie. And get a bit more. Trade up by a state. He's gonna be planted at default. Well, actually gonna charge in. Alex got 1 and 2. Go for the retake. Might be able to grab the retake. Daniel to trade. And they've got a couple of Galils to win the round. So they do strike back. And we'll get a couple of rifles out of this. Looking for that spare rifle if they can find any. BNK put a round on the board. Should be 2 Galils and an AK. If you're gonna mold in chat and you're a ragey better, you are going to get timed out. Okay? Because I guess right now, I prefer my chat to not be filled with raging betters. Hey, yeah, hope you're having great days today. Hazard. Ooh, gotta say, that was a bit of a double peak there, adding to 1-for-1 trade. Probably not ideal. Hazard got caught in 2 mines there. Was enough force to be brutal? Yeah, they got 2 Galils out of that, which is huge. Like, 2 Galils and AK. Still, to be fair though, they'd probably rather winning that pistol round given the fact that was a 5v1. Good anti-eco by BNK. Like, I mean, let's talk about the pistol round before. They had 3 players on B, okay? And they did not triple swing Hassie. Not Hassie, Samux. That should have been a triple swing, okay? But also, I'm gonna love the aggressiveness on the previous next round afterwards. Addict, when they're going for the bomb plant, they're expecting a hold. They're not expecting the BNK boys to push forward. Addict gets 2 here. Damio's holding the back play, so back play when he swings out is taking care of Damio. And that allows him to, you know, to deal with that 3v3 a lot easier. That was a force buy actually from KZG. I'm gonna say right now, it felt like an eco from KZG given the fact they didn't really have anything, but they went for it. Race frozen a HE, does a bit of damage. Wombat's actually confirmed someone's there. This could be another Kobe, and they're gonna fire through the smoke wall. Will's gonna throw a Molotov. Could be caught out here given the fact that Estate's gone a bit further ahead on it. Spots one Wombat. Wants to be careful because he could get dinked here. Wombat ducking his head. Oh, caught by Estate with the Glocks. Now Estate trying to get the AK, but Brace able to trade out. Brace will be followed up. Some looks of Mingovi. They've got rifles now. Addict's got to be careful. I know the bomb's here. Fortunately, Hazard comes in from unders. Addict has, obviously, just saw the shoulder. I mean, Govi is able to take him down, but Damio comes in from the secondary lurk. Makes it free on the board. KZG did some damage there. Couldn't get a bomb plot, but did some damage to the CT side economy. Problem is, like, the damage doesn't matter too much to the CT side economy. It's not fragile, mainly because of that second round where they actually gathered the AK and the 2 Galils. Given the fact that they, you know, basically didn't have to purchase free rifles, basically. It's a big round, given the fact they only had Glocks, by the way. Big damage. Jinxie's giving him his position away. They know he's down here. While Flash goes in, he's actually going to go through that smoke. It's been heard now, so Addict will be able to crown him. And Mingovi trying to trade out, but that's a very awkward trade to do for Mingovi. Molotov being thrown in and HE towards back of sight. Does hit Hazard, but not too much damage. Of course, Sabooks tries to push middle. I don't think a B crunch is going to be that answer, given the fact they have 4 players towards that B site. And, you know, given how easily Hassie got up ramp, I think they should have been like, hey guys, just be a bit careful in middle. Because obviously if you get up A ramp very easily, it means there's only probably 2 on the A site, generally speaking. Bingovi. A bit of spray. Spots one at the back, but Hazard's going to take care of it with a 1-tap. Hazard being tested at first box. Great flash being thrown in. Hazard can't make too much use of it. Hassie will trade out. Hassie trying to push a bit more. Axe under a bit of pressure. The rotations have come through already. They just need to grab anyone at the most. Like, Hassie just can't do it. Wombat, we quick to trade. The State in a 1vx isn't going to be able to do it. Oh, God. Dust in my nose at that point. Gotta say, you know, KZG able to withstand that flash. Hazard wasn't able to take much advantage of it. You know, flash was perfect. Both players are flash and managed to hide behind any sort of cover before Hazard had the opportunity. BNK have 4. Now a bit of money to work with against an anti-eco coming in. It's going to be a half buy of the Tech 9s. Hassie going to just go the Glock. Gotta make sure he can afford the big green next round. With utility doing a bit of damage. Mingovi tries to charge in. Estate picks up a rifle. Picks up an M4 at least. Brace got 2 curious. Damio. Saw a foot. He knows the Estate's around here. Hazard on the opposite end. Doing a bit of a lurk play. Estate's got a second as well. Just getting a bit dicey here. Or BNK. Ooh, Addict's almost caught out. Addict's manages to catch Hassie with the glove hit. And Hassie's held on towards B as well, leaving just Estate, and they know Estate's A. Estate catches Wombat. Okay, swing to catch Addict. Addict did back off, and he did see him back off. Addict's caught out by Estate as well. Beautiful 2-tap. Now it's a 1v1. Where is the bomb? It's not on Estate. I think Hazard spotted it anyway. Yeah. Has to be tucked away. And in elevators. State's gonna have to recover it. But, you know, Hazard knows the state's damaged. So he knows a few taps will be it. Heard the noise. State making the jump down. Should be caught out by Hazard on the off angle. Hazard does catch him out. 5-1 on the board. Trade to M4 for an M4. Interesting trade. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the unfortunate part here is just they left the bomb down here. So this is, you know, the downsides of just not bringing a bomb up with you on ramp is obviously the downsides is if you want to plant the bomb and it's a one-on-one, you're gonna have to go back down there, especially if you don't know where Hazard is, the B-side player. You're not sure which angle he's gonna be on. So you've really got to outthink yourself on where to really go, essentially. So it can be really devastating. But if you bring the bomb with you and you lose on sight, it's practically round over sometimes. Great HE from Hazard from the B side. Just chomps over. Hassie takes a bit of damage as well at the bottom of A ramp. Guys, I don't care about your bets, but I'm just going to say, like, hoping KZG gets, like, any sort of yardage or, like, foothold into this game is going to be pretty juicy. Flashbang's been thrown in. Alex heard all the noises. Might throw a flash in, I was going to say. Alex with the pre-fire takes down Jinxie. Does he know the second player's here? Migovi to trade. They've actually got the B site here. So Lux has actually got down to Catwalk. I don't think BNK have realised that the B site's lost. They've got to have to push forward, potentially. Well, this is going to confirm they've lost the B site. That Molotov. However, the late lurk's coming in from Damio as well. Migovi, Wombat's taking down Hassie. They've got to get that bomb down quickly before they lose the foothold on that side. Migovi's paranoid that Damio's behind. Must have heard the movement. The 2v3. Oh, damn. Wombat. Sword tips the helmet. Now it's up to Samux, and that's not going to be a bomb plant in the end. Samux is not going to be able to get anything here. He's just got to really do a heads-up play on the players that drop. Doesn't take down Wombat. It's going to be a 6 round on the board for BNK. Never mind bot. Oh, dude. I think overall, I think the paranoia on Damio, because I'm very sure Ming heard Damio as he was trying to rotate over, and also the hesitance to not get that bomb plant really cost KZG there. Like, to get that just bomb down on B. But then again, these drop players were, like, snuffing out anyone here. It's a tough one, but, you know, it's one of those rounds where you should just get the bomb down. Just damn it to hell, put the stuff onto BNK and see what happens. There's just been a couple of things where just KCG's been on the wrong end of. One of them was not bringing the bomb up. The second one was obviously not getting the bomb down. State with a fight. No, I think his state's been doing really good, Con. So Mook's got 5 kills from the pistol round. He got a pistol waste to 1v5. But no, State's been earning those kills. Hassie waiting for the boost. He knows that the boost is here. And that Molotov's going to fend off the anti-boost position. Flashbang being thrown towards ramp. Is that boost going to pop up soon? No, he's just waiting for the Mingovi to push. Wombat's taking a lot of damage. To be able to take out Hassie though. Hassie's expecting this. Mingovi, is he going to be able to check? No, he's not checking. Mingovi will go down, almost gets Hassie. Molotov being thrown as well. Hassie actually peeks that, catches the nade, and Hassie's got a secondary kill as well. Damio should be able to trade out. The State trades out Damio, and that'll be a bomb plant. Let's get it down. Use that smoke. Addict's trying to flash himself in. It's been caught by a State, but he will live, Addict. And they know where both CT defenders are coming from. They can set up. They could go for the smoke defuse. As they're focusing on secrets. Jinxie rides out, they're just mind controlling it. They just knew someone was there. Flashbang going over. Hazard will go into the bomb. Addict just has to play distraction for just a bit longer. Addict goes down, but Hazard will get the defuse. Good 2v2. Hazard will be able to drill. Traded out by some hooks. Good bomb plant there by KZG. Especially in a really, like I say, in a really difficult scenario as well. They got that bomb down. But this is the problems with planting a default. Especially like around this area. A player can just defuse it into smoke fire here. And you have to like ultra swing on him as well. Also, I'm going to say right now as well, great ingenuity here. They knew this player would have to peek into, like the secret player would have to peek if they heard a defusal. So both Hazard and Addict were training onto this. These two players were effectively neutralized. Like pretty much, they couldn't really do anything to trade out Jinxie here. So pretty much like, you know, these two pieces can't really do anything, especially if the defuse happens here. Should I play double short? I would say that post plant, definitely play, obviously, I think I call it secret, you call it short. Double secret would have been, you know, a good idea. Because that ramp player isn't really, like, on that sort of plant. It's like a queen on the edge of the board. It's like, it doesn't do much, okay? It's not in the center of the board. It can't dictate play. So I guess right now, like, you know, this game's a lot closer than the scoreboard suggests. Like, KZG have dropped a few rounds, and that's pretty much it. BNK have obviously dropped a 1 round, which was pistols. It could easily be like a 5-3 or a 6-2, not 5-3, a 5-3 or 4-4 scoreline. You see, been boosted up on Dave's side. Brace has seen a shoulder, because she'll Brace react to that. He definitely saw something. So he knows the player's at danger sign. They haven't cleared it yet. Can they even clear it? They're going to use a HE and that's it. Alec does have a Molotov, but that's going to be for later. Very aggressive A setup for BNK here. No one on the site at all. Training, go to A ramp. Oh, Damon's giving himself away. It's a Molotov thrown down. They wear to someone's secret. Now they wear someone's in ramp. Jinxie creating a bit of noise. I think the A player's going to be ready for this. As it does take down Jinxie, a few HEs in that Molotov. They need to throw these players off the angle. The State gets a critical kill at short. Great smokes. Now they need to get that plant right away. Not even on old default. With that, they try to stop the bomb plant. Great swings, but they will get the bomb plant in the end. State, good coverage. And that's going to be a safe Addict. That is a better play from KZG there. Fine, that was a good play. Not to mention as well, no one was caught like watching certain areas. They were all watching certain positions where they could stop this plant. So I think that's really good. Really good play from KZG. Really good play from BNK because they're stopping the plant and the bomb. They realize the time is like 0.5 seconds to try to stop that plant. But greater ingenuity because you could see the players had certain roles to stop the player peeking from this angle and the player from getting on top of the boxes to try and stop this plant. So that was really good. So I actually highlighted the wrong area. I highlighted the wrong area that they could peek on. I highlighted the left side of default, not the right side. But yeah, that was a very good execute. Because you also as well, you can just tell, like, you can tell the difference, like, of what was happening here is that none of these guys in particular were like hoping that something would happen. They were just already knowing where they could peek from and where they would aggress from to stop this plant if it was here. Addict's playing very aggressive. So Mux is not going to expect this. So we know he does expect it. As in a trade, they could just pop B. Because you got a middle defender down. And they're at first box already. Good anti-force here from KZG. I'm going to say, BNK doing a very good job. They're punishing the mistakes. They're saving the right calls. Brace just going to make sure he can get some exits. He's got an AK already, so he wants to try and save this, so he's playing very safe. And I agree, Dad. That was a great round by KZG. And, You know, it's very good for their confidence because they didn't fumble that round. Because, like, the last 2 rounds in particular, not the last 2 rounds they had chances to win, they just fumbled it. So looks, gotta be careful because they're gonna figure that BNK could be hunting for some weapons. Brace. See if he can clip a few ankles at the end of the round. Third on the board for KZG. Are you from OCE? Yes, I'm Australia. I'm Australian. BNK gonna pass the pistol around. I believe Brace had a Deagle or Brace had a 5-7. So that's gonna be given around. Haz is gonna half buy up. They're gonna force up again. Are they? No, okay. Addict's not gonna force up. Yeah, I was gonna say Addict. That's a pretty ballsy force up. Given the fact you have gun round next round. I saw him buy on the days. I'm like, Addict. State gets an entry. Good anti-eco at the moment. And they just go for a save call right away. Addict picks up a Mac 10. Well, they might be able to go for this, actually. Pretty ballsy, actually. Unfortunately, I'm going to say KZG will approach from one angle. On plant should be going in for Hassie. Addict's trying to get something better than a Mac 10. Brace is probably going to save immediately. Do they have any guns around here? Where did the other guys die? There's a FAMAS. Just trying to find the guns. Well, there's nothing there. The A ramp? Because they definitely had a FAMAS somewhere. Yeah, okay, they'll come and pick this up. Potentially. Then again, Addict's not sure if that's clean or not. Addict trying to go for a bit more. Right, takes down Jinxie. That could be an AK recovered. Flash, a smoke being thrown in. I think Addict's going to try and steal it after round. Oh, geez, that was actually really, really good. Do you see that there? If you guys didn't see that, he's not going to be able to recover it. So what happened there? They shot the AK. So the AK popped back in closer. So Addict couldn't grab it. The AK was actually like right here. It was actually a really, really good play by KZG. Is that they shot the AK away. So Addict couldn't go in that smoke and try to grab that AK. Very, very good play. 4th round for KZG. Trying to charge in. Damn, you can't see. And Hassie's going to get a freebie there. Great trade nade from Will. Your Wombat. 1 for 1. Great nades at the moment. Doing a lot of damage on the A ramp. The state has been forced off. He can't go for it. Meanwhile, on the B site, very aggressive. Both players in stairs. Jinxie's in a bit of trouble here. Jinxie's just trapped in a corner. Just painted to a corner. He goes down. I've got rid of the lurk. Wombat, go for the wall bangs. Can swing here. Mingovi and Wombat have a bit of a duel. Mingovi wins, forces Wombat back. Brace, he goes down. He tries to drop through Secret. And this is a bit of a trouble spot here. Wombat losing further to Mingovi. Addict on the late lurk. Hazard just trying to put the Molotov onto default at least. Force him onto a different angle. Hazard, the smoke's actually not open there. Oh, Hazard's taking down Mingovi via the smoke. Should be a bomb plant coming in for some looks. Put a bit of pressure on. Great bomb plant. 2v3. Deja vu from the previous round. Same site. However, BNK had the man advantage. They have a Molotov. Well, they have one of each weapon. Snake's actually caught Addict in the late lurk. No, some looks clean. Wombat's gonna have to go for the smoke. Goes for the fake defuse. He's gonna see if he can catch a player out, but he won't. 5th round for KZG. Gonna say there's been 2 2v3s that have gone the way of the 2 teams, okay? It's the second 2v3. That's actually really, really good by KZG. So funny stat now is that in the 2v3 scenarios on A, a 2 has won twice. The 3 has never won. Okay, it's been 2-0. So from obviously BNK 1-1 and KZG 1-1 on the A side. Also note the small difference in that plant. The plant was more favored to the ramp than previous when it was favored to here. So Will couldn't go for, like, Wombat couldn't go for the fuse. Flashbang goes in. Oh, that's a dead Samux. Oh, geez. Samux is very unlucky here. Very unlucky. Gets dinked on the head while being flashed away. And that's going to be a very, very difficult hold or retake to do. Haddock just plays anti-flash. Bit of damage being done. No late lurk. They can check the flank. Angle Haddock's got 1-2. Yeah, that's not happening. Ain't happening. Bingo might run to save a kit, but he ain't gonna get very far. 8 rounds on the board for BNK. Yeah, I just gotta say, I just feel bad for Samux here. Because, you know, he's just running to get behind generators to get safe. And he gets clapped by a jumping addict for a Glock 1 tap. And that's just, that pretty much B's lost at this point. Wait for your initial defender to get plopped out as a 4v5. Just a bit unlucky. Great entry by BNK. Like, great flash, great smokes to back it up. Addict playing anti-flash. It's brilliant. And also, not to mention as well, those smokes just gave him 20 seconds and forces KZG to just run it up, even though KZG does have a kit. They're still got to ramp up and kill 4 players. KZG working together as a kill squad. Addict's got 1. Guess8 trying to get a headshot, but he's unable to. HE's been thrown in. That's some beautiful damage. Addict should have a farm here. Gets out the dualies and Brace chimes into the Mac 10. Smart man. And BNK will get 9. Imagine if BNK got the first pistol. Could have been a huge half. Dude, I gotta say, if KZG actually didn't fumble some of those post plants, it would have been a huge half. I think obviously BNK, they bundled on that first half. They bundled 1. KZG bundled at least 3. Okay, like, I'm gonna be real. They bundled at least 3 chances. Do you want to talk about like teams just cracking under pressure or being unable to secure advantageous scenarios? Ingovi's being tagged up. He's just gonna have to peace out. Doesn't want to sacrifice a lot here, and that's going to go for the middle push. But however, Bingovi bring a few caution into the wind. However, though, Brace on the other end, taking out the Tarps player. Hassie's by himself, so we've got to rotate 1 over. Brace just looking around. Hassie, is he going to check the Tarps? He's going to catch Brace. There we go. Cleans out Brace. It's a big clean out. Because if Brace gets through there and gets onto the A site, Hassie's going to be having eyes on the back of his head if he wants to be able to hold it. But with Brace taken out, it's a bit easier. However, they still have to rotate 1 across. Molotov being thrown towards Tetris. They saw that smoke being thrown. Hassie's going to have to swing, and it's going to be beautiful, but it ain't. It's a 2-for-1 trade in the favor of BNK. Haslo will plant the bomb default, and it's another 3v2 on the A site. Given that the 2s have been winning these 3v2s and have a kit as some hooks. No smoke though. Smokes are going away loud. Samux enter the site. Samux could go for it. Just gonna check the secret player. No secret player in there. Flash having thrown over, that's gonna save the weapons instead. Actually picked up 2 of the M4s. It's actually going to be the first round that the 3 actually beat the 2 on the A site. 10 rounds on the board for BNK. They save the weapons instead. As is going after them. Gotta be careful there. Jinxie not peeking. As is walking around, but As is taken out by Jinxie there. Keeps that M4 alive. I've got to say, look at those assists. Pace on 9. Wombat on 6. You got obviously Jinxie on 6 as well. Like the assists, so like a lot of teamwork coming out of BNK here, as well as KZG. Like, you know, a lot of team-based frags there. It's good to see a lot of assists on the board. It means that trading's been going well with BNK. Been a lot better from BNK on the trading compared to KZG. Dango's taking down Mingovi. Feeling like a second player is going to peek here, but Hassie's got his man. Hazard does a lot of damage. Estate trades down the edge of ramp, but Hassie will eventually go down. Give you a 2-for-2 trade on a ramp. Addict. Let's be a bit careful here. Can they sneak out one of these players? They're going to peek out. Oh, one that's going to go down. That's the round. Estate. Able to take down both Daniel and Addict. Gonna say the dry peek. They were just waiting for that KZG, and KZG put 6 on the board. Just timing favoring KZG there. None of them looking away. All of them just looking to A. Or looking to A main. Problem is that BNK is still able to buy up. We get this default here from KZG. 3 players towards B, 2 players towards A. Second player towards B is Mingovi holding middle instead. Wombat in stairs. Doesn't see anything. Perhaps if you can see a leg on stairs. Doesn't see Samux' leg. Samux will do a bit of damage at least with the HE. Gotta be careful here, Samux. Here's a flash. He sees basically Hazard there. Holds his smoke. Just waiting for the backup. Doesn't want to throw his nades out yet. Trying to preserve them. Obviously allows BNK to set up. Flashbang should be coming over shortly. Molotov being thrown down to the bottom of the stairs. Samux grabs one. Can't get the second. The burning is continuing though. Jinx needs to trade. Just going to throw a double Molotov. You see why Samux is trying to hold that smoke for as long as he can, because now Jinxie can grab it if needed. BNK have got to switch elsewhere, they're going to reset. It's going to be a 3v3. Dan moves on to Yorp. The only player defending the A site is going to be Estate. Estate has nothing. He's used all his nades. It's going to be pure contact here. Estate, just listening to the noises. He's got to grab one, but trade out by Brace. He'll be rushing into that site very, very quickly. Brace, it's got to go. Cassie did see Brace like to put the bomb down. Dango's just lined him, just lasered him. Brace does tag up, or doesn't tag up Jinxie at all. Jinxie knows Dango's there, but Dango's just fierce from sandbags. 11 on the board for BNK. He doesn't need nades where he's going. Ah, no, Con. I was just highlighting there, no nades. As in, like, you know, he can't delay the execute kind of thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, okay? Like, he just has nothing to, like, if he wants to delay them, he has nothing. (11-6). Looks like KZG are going to force it up. Given the fact it's 11-6, I think it's a good call to force it up. Damn, you know, very important in the last round. 2 key frags with the AWP, especially taking out the elevators player, making it 2v1, making it a bit easier. And also securing that last kill as well. We've got a double player towards Secret. Surprised there's no boost yet, but I assume they'll go back to that boost. Well, that smoke. It's going to allow Hazard to go in a bit, but that Molotov's going to force Hazard back out. Gotta say, I don't think that smoke hits Mark, but at the same time, it could be a good tart smoke as well if they want to cross. You can definitely utilize that smoke. Assie. Ooh, easy hit onto Hazard. Protecting the boost should be a trade by Mingovi. And Damio who will eventually end that trade. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Wombat's got the perfect timing. They're not checking the angles. And Waddick and Wombat just clinch them. Absolutely clips their legs on the rotate. That was a beautiful play. And that will definitely get 12 for BNK. Beautiful play. Catches all of them on the rotate. The 2 players on the mid have to push up. Meanwhile, Estate's going for this. It's got to put the pressure on. Wombat should be able to take him out, or maybe not. Looking for Damio. Not Wombat. Dodges the flash. Give me 6 rounds aboard for KZG. Oh, sorry, 12 rounds of BNK. And 6 match points. Womp, womp, womp. I gotta say it. Like I say, the Force Blast's coming in, and Az has got an opener on towards B. And Damio's held A main. Yeah, that's it in on B, unless Mingovi can do anything here. Mingovi's got to get at least 3 here, and it's going to be very unlikely. HE towards Catwalk. Yeah, there's a lot of spots that they're not going to be able to get to. Ming half dodges the flash, but he's dead. That's it. Done. That's over. 13-6 to BNK. They need to learn how to play CT side. To be fair, Vertigo's slightly T side favored. But, yeah. I'd say overall, like, BNK really put the foot to the metal on their T side. So, yeah. Full molly to execute the close the map still always works. Oh, it does. Like, it basically cleans, like, it's basically full committing to the B side. And they know they can full commit to the B side there, basically, as well. Because they've already caught 2 players, and they can just go everything to the side because they know they can't do anything about it. There's only at least 1 or 2 players there. It's one of the ones where it's just like, sorry guys, we can actually just tell you to go get fucked. Basically pretty much it. And like Mingovi's got like first box to defend from, which is like a very, very weak defense in the first place, given all the other areas that he can go to are just fire. But anyways, overall, BNK sliced it up against KZG. KZG had a few chances, but I feel like BNK definitely deserved the win there. I think overall, BNK traded a lot better than KZG. And also as well, KZG fumbled a lot of key rounds. Obviously, BNK fumbled the keyest round of all. Obviously, fumbling that pistol round, the 5v1. But overall, like, you know, BNK were a lot smoother, a lot cleaner on that T side. KZG on that CT side in particular, I think BNK, I think only 1 round they got really tripped up on, and that was the, obviously the sneaky little clinch, the little clutch on the rotate to switch to B there, and that would have been, oh, that would have stung a lot, because it got both rotators, and Estate can't do anything, but Estate, whether you go for that or not go for that, given that you're giving them 12, is a really hard one. Everyone would probably said just save it, and, you know, maybe you can get, you know, a couple of rounds on the board. But that's pretty much it. Who won? BNK won 13-6. But overall, I'd say overall that BNK was not eventually, like, BNK were eventually going to sew that up. Their T side was very, very good. They did win a lot of critical holds as well. Damio on the big green was actually very good on the T side. He didn't get that big green much on the CT side, but on the T side, that hold, particularly in the 2v2, where AWP isn't that strong, he got both shots and hit both shots as well to keep his rifle teammate alive, which is quite incredible, actually. Next up, we're going to go to, I believe, Inferno. And Inferno, I'd say, favors BNK slightly. KZG have never been a strong Inferno map, but I gotta say they were pretty good on Vertigo. I would say overall on Vertigo, like, the scoreboard does say it's a bit of a thrashing overall, but I don't think these 2 teams are that far apart, okay? Like, obviously BNK is a lot stronger on the T side, but it's only like small margins, not like huge margins where like KZG weren't even in the match to begin with. They had a couple of rounds where it got very, very close. Also going to commemorate both teams in particular, that the trading was very good. Like, to the initial 5v5 to 3v3 scenarios, multiple times both teams traded out for each other, at least got the 2-for-2 and anything like that. That was really, really good to see that they were trading out. And also for both KZG and BNK, they weren't watching where the shots are coming from. They were watching specific positions, knowing a player could peek there or swing there in particular. I mean, I highlighted this on one of the executes for KZG, where they had 5 seconds to plant, and they were focusing on making sure the Tetris player didn't push, and someone from Elevators didn't push either, which was really, really huge from both teams in particular, to pay attention to those positions and not focus on where the gunfire is coming from. Because sometimes a gunfire is just a distraction and just a trick. We're waiting for the second map. The second map's going to be Inferno, and we're going to get onto that just shortly, okay? even though Pain went, you wouldn't have really thought that Pain was like, you know, a big part of their team in particular. Given how you know, they haven't just fallen off an absolute cliff when Pain got taken up by Mind Freak. Like you would think that it would play a lot worse, given that Pain was and was a incredible AWPer in the first place. So, you know, that's really good to see from KZG. But you can obviously see there's a bit of an inexperience there in particular. It's just stuff that you learn from in particular in officials. You know, you can practice as much as you want. But it's just things in officials when you happen under pressure and whatnot, where you make a wrong decision and the wrong decision comes at you very, very quickly. Like for example, like, you know, Con pointed out earlier with the 2 players not on short when having a default bomb planted closer to secret, which is short basically. Yeah, that can hurt you. You know, that decision can hurt you. It's always the small things. It isn't the big mechanical issues. It's sometimes going to be about the communication issues as well. Let's be right back for a couple of seconds. I just realized the game sound wasn't up high enough. So if you guys didn't read the text either, this confirms that KZG will be playing in relegations. The only way they could not be playing in relegations if they beat the unlikely scenario of beating BNK 2-0. As Arcade's not playing today, as they would play against Archon. But Archon have withdrawn from the league, so they get the 2-0 there. But that doesn't matter in the end. Actually, no, they don't get any wins. That's right, the wins are taken off. So, Arcade are safe for the season. Someone may say, what about map differential or round differential? Doesn't matter. Head-to-head applies first. And Arcade won 2-0 against KZG. Meanwhile, on the BNK angle, get you guys a bit of a report quickly. Knife round coming in. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. I'm Josh. Welcome back to my lovely players, or to my lovely people. So knives get underway. Oh, someone's gonna stab someone? Okay, there we go. Right click onto brace. Good work, guys. Let's start. And looks like KZG are gonna lose another knife round. Again. And I'm just checking up the other games at the moment for you guys. So BNK, so Rooster beat Vantage 13-3, which is not good for BNK. Blackquest beat Mind Freak 13-4, which is good for BNK. Rooster go 12-3, BNK go 11-4. So just looking at the Rooster position at the moment against BNK, just checking out here. Trying to find it actually. Haven't got it here. Anyway, let's get back to casting the pistol around here. Or either way, I gotta say, BNK need Rooster or Vantage to just steal a map off Rooster at this stage. Checking the round differential as well. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think BNK have just lost that spot at this stage. They need to get a win and Brewster to lose. Whereas Brewster have got to lose badly, given the fact they beat Vantage 13-3, which I don't think is going to happen. So BNK likely going to secure potentially that third spot. Molotov being thrown in. Attic is burning, and Attic is probably going to burn. Has taken out, and that's going to be a great A-side execute from KZG. The backup flash was even better as well, because Attic didn't know where it was safe on pit. And Has just taken care of it long immediately, and that's going to lead... Well, Brace actually did try and swing around, but caught by Mingovi. Mingovi just making sure the B-side rotators couldn't get into T-spawn. He does clip one. I think that's the kit lost. I think Ming has actually got a big pick as well. Is that the kit lost? I can't find a kit, or... Well, either way, they're still looking for things. I think the kit was actually on Hazard at Secret. So making sure that nobody is on B, they're hunting these pistols. Maybe I was just hallucinating that BNK had a kit. Maybe I was. I swear they had a kit. Oh well. I saw the clippers on someone. I'm just like, okay, maybe they didn't have it. Okay, maybe they didn't have it. Mingovi, oh, he's caught a rock in a hard place. Wombat did go for it on those 4 spy. Also for Masters and Deagles and 5-7s, I gotta say, a really ballsy 4 spy, mind you. State there are 4 spies in here, so he's just clearing out all the apartment angles. You gotta be careful here in apartments. It's actually a very, very strong anti-eco strategy for the CTs to hide up in here. Damn, Yo's got the angle. It's half and cubby. It's gonna be smoked off, so he can't guard the quad angle. Hear a bit of noise. Meanwhile, Bruce is coming along. Brace on first box. The player under him as well, being Wombat. Mingovi checks, taken down by Brace. Brace gonna go on the off angle. Mingovi to throw to smoke. Not Mingovi, sorry, Wombat to throw to smoke. Now a secondary boost. This is a hard part for Wombat. It's going to have re-smoke the Molotov if it comes here. 2 players at new box. They have 2 Molotovs. So that's one of them's definitely going to go to new box. And here comes the execute. Wombat with the smoke. Ooh, Brace got 1. Doesn't get flashed at all. Brace drops. Do they know what second player's here? Brace trying to hide. Wombat peeks out. Brace can't trade out in the end, and that's a 2 for nothing. However, Hazard's dropped the bomb. Potentially he's won the round here, Hazard. He doesn't have to peek. Assy just gonna run. Hazard's not gonna let him run. Hazard's picked up the AK. Another 4 spy win for BNK. No plant at all for KZG. Big round there for Brace and Wombat. Able to just buy time for the cavalry to arrive. KZG gonna force up behind this AK. You hear that, Tech 9. Mingovi trying to put a lot of pressure towards the top of Banana. BNK just uninterested. They're not gonna bother. Mingovi, he's seen a harm. He's seen the play at Coffins. He's actually got a lot of info here. BNK shoving that rotator closer to B. KZG have got a lot of map control without committing so much utility. Obviously, they have no utility now. But they've got Banana and they've got middle. Rotator's getting curious, coming back to Arch, which is Hazard. I think they're going to keep 3 on A, and this is going to be the play here. KZG really need to be able to burst out his apartments and get a couple of kills. This is all going to depend on who bursts first. Addict. Checking apps. Checking quad. It's going to be all down to timing. Addict spots one. He's going to be definitely crunched on. Got one, but Halver's going to be able to 2 for 2 in the end. Actually, Becky had 2 for 3. Oh, 3 for 3 in the end. They're going to be able to get onto the bomb site. Jinxie surviving on 1 HP. They need to grab that bomb, and they need to get to site now. Jinxie. Going to plant that bomb. Does pick up an M4. Be a 2v2 retake. Jinxie's got a very, very rough position to play. Assy leading the charge. Has to get at least one. Doesn't. And this is going to leave Jinxie with the trade. Does get the trade in the end. Doesn't know where Wombat is. Wombat. Well, he's heard Jinxie now. Jinxie's got to go for the 2-tap. Checking the site, Wombat. Jinxie. Gonna peek. Doesn't get the head. And he's just gonna go for it. Will? Gonna peek out. Take down Jinxie. Great 1v1 there from Wombat. I've got to say, great teammates from BNK as well. I've got to say, great work from KZG to trade that out, especially Jinxie to trade out that 1v1 on 1 HP. That is very difficult to do. Also going to say, very ballsy as well to spray down. Just an FYI, just spraying down on 1 HP on potentially Wombat defusing the bomb as well. They do get a bomb plant and allows them to buy up again. HE will do a bit of damage to Damio. So far, BNK winning another critical post plant. This will break their money a bit further, BNK, but if BNK keep winning and keep winning it convincingly, given the Spies a bit weaker, I think they'll be all the happier. Crossfire's going to be nullified, but Haz is actually going to walk in front of that smoke. Plays in Boiler. State. Flashbang going to be thrown in. They look away. They've seen one. Addict on the other side. They check Addict. Addict's got 1. Addict's got 2. Addict got 3 as well. Oh no, he doesn't. He has to reload. Hazard, man, has got 3. Make it. Can't get the 4th in the end. I mixed up my crossfires. That's not good. But either way, KZG going to cruise in. They're going to get that bomb plant. Just wait for that smoke. They've got low HP. Jinxie's on 9 HP this time. They actually heard a play coming from Boiler, so they're going to switch to plant. These should be taken out via the boost. So we've seen an elbow, but nah. Brace pops in for a palm. Takes out Mingovi. Mingovi trying to trade, but Brace gets a good timing. And BNK make it free in the end. And that crossfire makes the round there. That crossfire made the entire round. Has like getting a free K and a bit more. This keeps the money stable. It means, you know, you don't have to buy an MP9. Grab, you know, M4s and AKs. Chuck them around, chuck the utility around. Bit of a rush coming in. Maybe a half by the Tech 9s. And Joanna's going to hear all this. He could be Tech 9 down. He is going to be Tech 9 down. Brace trying to attempt the trade. Does get a second. But he's in a bit of trouble, Brace. He's going to be definitely set upon. Does a bit more damage with the HE. Backups coming in. Brace is going to hide in the altar. Interesting hiding spot. Strong position, actually, funnily enough. From a rush. But fortunately, they do get a plant. They do get an AK to boot as well. Flashbang being thrown in. A few flashes as well, trying to retake this. Jinxie does get a tap onto Brace. Needs to get a bit more. Jinxie's got a second. Might get a third here. Could be a critical round here. Jinxie smashes it. Does get a third. Puts the second round to KZG. And that was a big, big half bar for KZG. And that's going to send to BNK. Ooh, this is still a double eco, so they're forcing up here. A big hold on that B site. Big push. Brace gets the opener on Jinxie, the hero of the previous round. Mingovi coming into trade. Brace poking. See if he can find a head. He heard movement. And Wombat takes out Mingovi. Mingovi probably thought Brace was just randomly spamming down Banana, but actually Wombat had heard Mingovi try to sneak in. You know, Hazard's been taken out with the Deagle. Can't do really anything there, so looks able to just jet him. Now they're going to go towards the A site. Now Damio's in a really precarious position. He's seen the hit, should be turned upon and taken out. So looks pops out of apartments, and that is their site taken. This initial 2K has just fallen flat. Brace, you've seen a player at below balcony. Wombat just cleaning up middle. Doesn't see anyone at quad either. And this is going to be a safe call. Rugby throw to the side. KZG going to get another on the board. Not a good start from the half here for BNK. Second round where they've got the initial picks. Just late round heroics from KZG. Able to get them onto the site. KZG tying it up. Could be throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. Let's keep an eye on the other game quickly. The other game being Mindfreak versus FlyQuest. FlyQuest being 4-0 up currently. FlyQuest win 2-0. BNK will be third, but if Mindfreak win a single map, it's over. Free. Looking at the moment, it's 4-0 to FlyQuest, and it's looking pretty safe for BNK at the moment. BNK sitting in third, due to round differential. Assy with the AWP, gets the leg of Wombat. They might be able to put a bit of pressure on here. Danbo's dropping back, and he's taking damage too. And Wombat goes down, and Danbo's dead. He's stuck. Assy just drills him away with the AWP. That's a B-side hit, and that's 4-3. KZG take the lead. Hazard. That pistol ain't gonna do much, to be honest. Hazard just shooting the pea shooter at the moment. Both players died on site, which is the worst part. Let's see where the guns are, because there's an M4 here somewhere. The M4's gonna actually, I think they chucked it over. Hazard playing at library. They might clear library out. Hazard on an off angle. Jinxie with the pre-fire. And that can't get anything done either. Both USPs drop. And the AKs kept. (4-3). KZG take the lead. Just want to take a look at something here as well. Nah, KZG, even if they win this, Arcade have got the got the advantage over them. Funnily enough, such a key critical win there. You wouldn't believe it. Such a key critical win for Arcade. Arcade have not beaten a team 2-0 other than Canadavan and KZG. Okay, they're the only two teams that they've beaten 2-0. What a crucial team to beat 2-0 as well. Damio in apps, he's got one. Alex got a second as well, taking out the state. And this is what you call an apps crunch. That's going to hurt. Damio tries to escape, but has actually followed up for a 2K in Boiler. And he's seen the last player in Mexico, and that's going to allow Wombat to sneak in. And Mingovi, he doesn't even know. That's going to be a 4th round for BNK as they tie it up once again. But yeah, just checking the other areas in particular. Basically, yeah, Arcade lost. Beat KZG 2-0, so they're in relegation regardless. They can't escape. BNK though, still relying on FlyQuest. Haven't got an update on that yet. Molotov being thrown towards Mexico. Hazza pushing a bit forward. Has been flashed twice. He does want to push his luck. A lot of Molotovs going left and right. Brace has been hit by HE. Another Molotov. So Mingovi might have to swing here. Flashbang goes in. Doesn't hit Mingovi, but Wombat definitely does. And Wombat's actually done a lot of damage, as well as Brace. Brace finishes off Hassie. Jinxie's in a bit of trouble here. They might have to just go. Fortunately, they flash off Damio. Damio's not interested. Drops back. I would have heard that scope in. Damio drops the library. It's a perfect timing, but Damio somehow escapes. Damio, great flash, but Damio doesn't follow up. He's been smoked off at library. I'm surprised that Damon or Damio is able to get away with that with only a 20 health being dropped. As they're at Cold Zero, Addict on a weak crossfire at below balcony. Progression smoke being thrown in to split it up, but Addict's got 1, 2, and potentially 3. Jinxie gonna go for the plant, get the $800 reduce. Problem is, he doesn't know about the other side, does he? He was being tagged up by Addict. And they definitely know he's here. They've heard the Molotov. Addict can swing by anytime he wants, and that's exactly what he does. But BNK, get the bomb plant. Not BNK, sorry, KZG, get the bomb plant. And Addict's just shooting off all them foul pots. Doesn't shoot the Rooster though. 5 rounds on the board for BNK, and they take the lead. KZG, have they got anything else in them at the moment? Can they follow up? Can they, take the lead? BNK's economy is starting to build. Can they shove them back to bankruptcy? Utility starting to favor. Oh, actually, no, KZG won that utility war this time around. I was gonna say it was starting to favor KZG, but BNK, but KZG actually win that one. Wombat boost, Damio holding above the smoke. Gonna throw a deeper smoke. Damio gonna follow Fault Molotov and just drop back. Flash goes in. Wombat's got 1 from Brace, and that could be a second. He's heard Jinxie burning. So Wombat doesn't want to let him escape, but Jinxie does get out. He does dance to the devil. And Wombat, he's got a bit hard. He's heard the Molotov being thrown in. And he's gonna take down Jinxie, because Jinxie just drops at the last second for him that he's running into a player, and Wombat's got 2's cleaned up B. However, KZG have won rounds like this before. They've won rounds in a 3v5. KZG making a hit to the B site. I've got to say, it's a good hit to that B site. But unfortunately, they run into Brace, and they aren't going to get onto that B site. I've got to say, it was a good idea. They've won a lot of these 3v2 sites. When they connect to that 3v2 site, particular on the B, on A last time when they hit A, they won that 3v2. Okay. Generally good to a good spray down by Jinxie. They tried it again. They got the 2 site, but Brace, jeez, he's got 2 kills off the bat. They couldn't even get into sight, and that's pretty much round over. Just couldn't get their luck in this time. And not to mention that, Damio, he's taking down Jinxie early, talking about the play in particular. That was a Tech 9 round that they won on that 3v2 onto the A site. But not a good start. Damio does get the opener. Good flash. That allows Wombat to have a bit more. Counter smoke as well. Wombat's seen Mingovi at boost. Wombat on top of the boxes. Mingovi trying to sneak through. To be careful, because if he pokes up, Wombat's seen him. On the other side, though, State's actually got a bit of an opener as well, as we examine the previous 1v1 duel. Meanwhile, Addict, State's going to go for the plant. Should grab the plant at least. Doesn't want to give the State a 1v2 to deal with. Wants to keep that 1v3. State heard the steps towards balcony. Hot flash goes out. State doesn't get one. Brace from behind. I've got to say, like, you know, you can argue whether letting a state plant that was a good idea. But I'm going to say, given the money scenario for both BNK and given the fact there's only 1 round left in the half, versus the fact you don't want to, like, the worst part is a 1v3 is infinitely much harder than a 1v2. Because in a 1v2, you just have to isolate 1 jewel and that's it. For a 1v3, you have to isolate 2 jewels and hope that the other 2 players don't peek on you at the same time. So I think letting the plant the bomb was probably the smarter decision there. Even though it gives everyone $800, it's only for 1 round. Plant is always a good idea. No, talk about the CTs. Maxon, not talking about the T side. I'm talking about addicts not going for it. Like, as in trying to stop the plant. Jinxie should be able to get 1, does get 1. Might get the second, that can't get the second, but Brace, ooh, he gets the second as well. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade, but they are gonna hammer it home and go straight to that B site. Well, they do slow down a bit. That's gonna allow Hazard to rotate. Hazard was panic rotating as well. Molotov will buy a bit of time. Hazard just checking they haven't crossed it. Oh, it's gonna be a rough one. Hazard needs a flash to get in. Does get a flash, gets the bomb dropped as well. SF puts a smoke up, almost gets a second, so looks to trade. It could be in here. Oh, no, Addict just prevents the cross, and Mooks will he fake leave the site? Oh, he's go for it, he's committing to it. Max, and I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it was good for Addict to not pressure the bomb on a state in a 1v1 scenario. Addict is on the CT side, okay? So he makes it a 3v1. So what I'm saying is good that Addict didn't commit to it and get popped by Ace Estate to make it a 1v2. Instead of a 1v3, which is BNK can easily wrap up in a bow. Now it's a 2-on-1. And the cavalry have come in. And Samux, he gets the opener. And, oh no, Damio. I think Damio's still going to go for it though. He's found the bomb. He will go for the defuse. Samux needs to just rush towards it. Damio pops up. Still gets it anyway. Good idea. Because, yeah, in a 1v2, you just have to isolate 1 jewel and it's a 1v1. In a 1v3, you just gotta hope 2 players don't peek on you. Even though he gives up $800 to all of these Ts, it's only 1 round he gives it up for because they switch off. And that'll be an 8th round for BNK. KZG had a couple of close rounds with those last second defuses there, but the health disadvantage has not been helping them at all. I mean, Jinxie had 1 HP trying to do a 1v1. That's hard. Like, that's very difficult. But anyway, BNK just been a lot more silkier and smoother with the retakes. Estate, here's a lot of steps. Mind Freak got around. A round or a map, okay? A round? Not so stressful for BNK. A map, very stressful. As Addict pops into apartments. Oh, geez, the State's got another. This could be good here for KZG. He's just popping heads to State. State hasn't been traded out yet, but Damio needs to trade him out if he wants to make this work. Flashbang going over. He knows the player's coming in from long. Damio gets a second. Doesn't know about the player in apps. Damio's got to deal with this player quickly. The guy from the Duel Leagues misses all the shots. Bingobi actually, no, does clip 1. And Damio on a 1v3 needs to get the head. Just can't hit it. He's just going to have to throw his Glock at him at this stage. Damio's got to drop back. Jinxie in a 1v1. Damio clutches a 1v3. The poor Telly power. The clutchness. 9 rounds on the board. KZG not going to be happy about that one. Crucial holds from his state. Damio able to just knock out that 1v1. Ugh. Got to be frustrating enough for KZG because they need the round to get back into it. Estate got a lot of pistol kills there, so he puts up the 5-7. What do you think? Is Inferno CT side or T side? I would say it's advantage to T side, given the fact if you get the bomb planted. Rounds, given that A and B are very hard to retake, according to Vu, okay? Vu's, got all the stats for the top 30 teams. T-side has probably got a slight advantage. But a lot of people have said it just eventually ends up in overtime. Always. And so they're going to fake this towards B. Got a lot of men committed to A. Only 2 USBs on B. They need to get clean headshots, otherwise it's not going to happen. Jinxie's slightly smoked. And looks like it's going to be a rotate coming in. Estate with the 5-7. Mingovi sneaking in. Trying to get the Zeusy, trying to pick off anyone in particular. He's Mingovi's like dodging all these bullets. He's got a Zeus brace, but he's getting traded out. Oh, jeez. 2-for-1. And Estate gets another with the 5-7. That stopped the bomb plant. Damio's going to recover that bomb. He knows Estate's there. It's a 2v3 now. Damio's going to get the bomb planted, just put a bit of pressure on. She's checking the construction players. Wombat, who does get the bomb down in the end. They're going to try to go for it. Wombat, great spray. Great control on that Mac 10. It's going to be a 10 round on the board for BNK. KZG go for the gamble. They put everything in. And Wombat's able to just clip all those players down. Get $1,800 with the Mac 10. That's good. Like I say, great play from Mingovi here to get brace. This causes so much trouble in the site and allows Estate with the 5-7 to just flick off players who are trying to plant the bomb. But also great work by your Wombat here, the Mac 10 spray, knowing that they could all just pop out through that smoke if Damio plants, given the fact that they had no one come from construction. So since Damio checked if anyone would pop construction, he just planted the bomb as like, Wombat, they're probably going to push that smoke. And that's exactly what they did. Oh, Mingovi's caught out in the open. Oh, jeez. What a nade as well from Addict. Jinxie just had no chance. Has been caught a bit from behind. They played aggressive on A to try and get that map control. Wombat's just lurked in. And he's continuing his reign of terror. Now, I think KZG's mental's a bit out of it at the moment. That's just a horrible round to have when you've got a gun round and you're one... When it's your one gun round when your back's not against the wall. This is not a round you want to have. It's the second round. That's just been a tilter. 2 rounds before it, they lost a 3v1. Tilter. They've lost this round where they really didn't have much in it. It's a bit of a tilter as well. The 3v2 last round, not too much of a tilter. You're not expected to win with just 4 USPs and a 5-7. Samux, you've seen a player move on. Oh, jeez. And nothing saved either. And that's put 11 on the board. This is a half buy. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. And that's what they're doing. They're going for it. Full spy comes in. MP9s are pretty good. I feel like BNK's got the rhythm. They've got the momentum. KZG, I think they're fluttering. And this is the worst part as well. KZG have to win 2 gun rounds to even break BNK. And that's the worst part. Famas gets a bit of damage dealt. As he takes a bit of damage, and that's, I say, quite fortunate. It's not the rifle player taking any damage. BNK have trapped KZ... Oh, no, sorry. KZG have trapped BNK in middle at the moment, which is a good start. However, they're going to go for an apartments bust. And they haven't got too much. Just to give you guys a bit of an update as well. So, obviously, Mind Freak beaten by Flacos again, 13-1. So, BNK's got that confirmed 3rd spot. And Rooster beats Vantage 13-2, so they can't get 2nd. Samuxel. I'm going to say a bit of a team flash there. And that's going to be 12. Yeah, I think KZG's mental's out of it. I think their mental's out of it. They're just a bit fatigued. And Estate's just going to die there, 12-4. Yeah, I think that's GG. I think KZG's mental, I think they're tapped out. I think they can't maintain the quality. And also those last 4 rounds, the 2 rounds that they lost where they had a bit of an advantage. Bit of a tilter. Nah, dude, definitely not. You would have to be fucking stupid to even think that, given the fact they've been contesting BNK all the way. Like, it's just those 2 tilting rounds gone to their mental. Cassie with the scout. They saw a foot. Oh, we got a collat as well. He got a collat with that, but oh. The early damage. Can he get a spray down here, Samux? Smoke's been thrown in. Flash been thrown in. Samux got perhaps one, but traded it out. Do you think they should have had a timeout? Maybe. Maybe they talked about it, given the fact they were saving. But I don't think it would have helped them. Because it like, realistically speaking, BNK have like so many rounds to convert. And KZG, this is not a game for them. Like, as they lose here 13-4. It's, what I'm going to say, it's not a game that matters for them, okay? Whatever they win in particular does not matter, okay? Because they are playing relegations regardless. So like, if it did matter, they were definitely putting a timeout here. But it didn't matter given the fact they had to win 2-0 against BNK. Because they're in relegations regardless. They're in that relegation spot regardless. They could get to a lower spot, but at the end of the day, you know, a better spot might help. But like, they probably will, you know, play a bit more CS. Let's see what happens here. They lost pretty badly in both maps. So 13-6, 13-4. That will put them at -7 and -9. So that'll put them at -49. And then DXA, what's DXA at the moment? DXA, what did they win their first thing on? So DXA won 13-8, which is +5. And DXA currently... DXA currently up 7-4. So that puts... Oh crap, I forgot my maths. That puts them at -6. That puts them at -64. And then even if they win that -55. Yeah, like I say, they're either way at the top seed. Because KZG goes down to -40, goes down to, so first one is to -43, and next one is to -50. DXA will get +4, +4 because they've won. Yeah, but DXA can't do it. Because even if they get 9, KZG still got the superior round difference. Unless, let me just check DXA's results against KZG. You got an interview? Oh yeah, shit, I gotta do an interview. Sorry, I'm just going through permutations first. Who do you want to get on, actually? Who do you want to get on today? Actually, I completely forgot who I want to get on today. I completely forgot about the interview. Let's go through the permutations. We'll go through the permutations, I'll get the interview shortly, okay? I'm just checking KZG stuff against, not Arcade, but... against DXA, because that's actually really, really important. So KZG, oh, it doesn't really matter. KZG beat DXA 2-0, so that doesn't matter as well. Don't ask me, I'm not gonna ask you. Who do we go for? Who played well? They all played well. This is the worst part. You know what? Just ask Damon. Get damn you on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got two of the players from Bandit's Kangaroos, and we've put them in a bit of a split screen because, you know, back in the old days of the N64 Mario Kart days, and, well, Will's punching down and obviously Brace's going to punch up. And you know what? First question is, if you two played Mario Kart, who would win? And have you guys already done that?
I think we have played Mario Kart.
We definitely played Mario Kart.
I don't remember losing. Well, I don't remember losing, so I probably won. To be real.
Yeah, I suck balls at Mario Kart, I think. Yeah, you do.
Have you tried like pressing the accelerate button, Will? Just wondering. But anyways, how do you guys feel like the game went today in particular? You know, you got the 2-0.
Yeah, we Mario Kart accelerated down banana a couple times. That was good. Yeah.
How do you think?
Chill game. It's just the last game of like group stage, so we didn't like put too much prep or anything into it. But it was good. It was good to play matches with new roster because we're like going straight into like the most important call for us with like 2 weeks. So I think it's good any matches we can play right now.
Yep. I was gonna say with the fifth in particular, like, I assume Daniel's moving to that AWP as expected. Yeah. Overall, I was gonna say, like, you know, with the group stages in particular, were you paying any attention to where you end up? Or is it just like, you know, if you end up 4th, 3rd, 2nd, doesn't matter, we're just gonna beat every team?
I think we already we gave ourselves no chance to get first seed because we lost to Greyhound like the very first game. I think we just lost like a close call, like Chengdu or something. Or maybe it was RMR, and then we just went straight into the group stage game and we got pummeled. So we just wanted to make sure we like come 2nd or 3rd, and I think we lost. Oh no, we went 1-1 versus Rooster, and I think we might have lost a map to another one of the
I believe
lower teams.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we came 3rd. I'm not sure.
No, I meant, were you paying attention to the other games to see where you'd end up?
Nah, not much really, because we kind of have confidence that we're gonna win like the heavy majority of our games in like a tournament like this. So we just weren't too worried about it. It was more about making sure we keep on improving so we can keep on winning games.
Yep. And I specifically didn't say first because FlyQuest sewed it up last week.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they had that tough task of beating Canon Event. Okay.
Yeah.
By Canon Event.
That's just lovely for HLTV.
Yep. But anyways, overall, like, you know, can I ask what happened to PZ?
That's a question for Will.
Yep. Like.
Is that a question for me?
Nah, we just we played together for a long time, and we just end up parting ways at the end of EPL. So yeah, it was like nothing about him as a player or a person or anything, but yeah, we saw like we had to change it after EPL.
Yeah. I was gonna say you guys played with him for about 3 years or so. Like, that was the original Vertex roster back in the day. So yeah, that was actually, you know, it was actually out of left field as well because I was like, you know, maybe. But yeah, so with going forward in particular, like, you know, obviously you get the 2 ESL Pro League spots up for grabs here as well, and also you got to fight Rooster for it, and maybe some other teams as well. What are you guys expecting out of the season in particular? Like, you know, are you very confident you're going to beat Rooster?
Yeah, I think with the domestic competitions, like, anyone can kind of be competitive or beat anyone. I think it's the same with like even like FlyQuest. Like I think both teams can have like competitive series with them as well. But obviously FlyQuest are way more consistent than the other 2 teams. But yeah, it'd be good to play against them. Like, they had like both us and Rooster have like a fair bit of international experience, and I think it helps like a fair bit. And we've also both like been successful in qualifiers. I think it gives us a bit of an edge against the other teams who are more likely to be a bit more affected in the qualifying games. But yeah, it's always fun playing Rooster. Like, it's very back and forth, and I think both teams like kind of think the other team like is worse than their team, so it's a big thing like beating them, or like the games where we had to qualify. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yep. Also, I was going to mention overall, because obviously your team uses the model for like consistency and sticking together and whatnot. what sort of advice do you give to like the lower teams, like KZG for example, that trying to emulating success? What do you give to the lower teams on how to get up to your level, get up to that next level?
What do you reckon, Will?
Hey, don't say Mario Kart, mate.
Just keep kicking your worst players and getting the best players from the other lower teams and make super team. That is the way.
Do that. I also think at some point, like, I think it's pretty rough for a lot of the lower, like, maybe not low, like they're still like really good like always teams, but the teams below like us, Rooster and Greyhound, I think they have like one change like a lot, and I think for a while there hasn't been like a clear fourth best team when I think one could have been established. And I think even if you get like all the best players, I think if you just practice and keep a roster for 6 months to a year, like you can start competing for spots. But I think a lot of the teams have a problems of like someone quitting or like constantly just making like one upgrade at a time. Whereas I think, in my opinion, none of them have like the best composition they could, and because of that, they end up making like little changes. But they could just make one massive change, like the best players, and they could just stick together. And I think it'd be good for them.
Yeah, there's a few really good players spread across a few too many teams.
So if you think it's like more of a dilution than obviously compiling everyone to one team basically.
Yep. I think so.
Do you think there's any teams like that?
Good enough players for sure.
Yeah. Do you think any teams are doing the consolidation? Like I could mention Mindfreak, but I'm not sure if any other teams are doing that consolidation where they're trying to get all the best players in one area.
I think Mindfreak have always had like quite a few decent players, like at least like up and coming players that other teams want. So I don't think they've had any issue getting players per se. But I think a few of the other teams could come together a little bit more.
Also, as well, what's like your core philosophy in your team in particular? Like, what's your main focus as a team within the Bad News Kangaroos?
Please just always be improving. And then just like making sure everyone puts in a lot of effort. I think it's like pretty important to us. But yeah, there's like some stuff in game, but it's mainly out of game. Like as long as everyone's like trying really hard, and everyone's just focused on like improving over time, and they're not like too result oriented, I think it's like easy to keep on getting better. Because it's very hard to get good enough to compete with like the international teams, and you can't just do it off, I don't know, being content with like doing good in like the group stage of ECL, for example. You need to like keep on improving how you're playing CS and how you're approaching situation. Yeah.
Also, I was actually going to mention as well, because I talked to ASAP about, basically the best team he's learnt off in particular, and they said Virtus Pro, internationally that is. What is, like, team that you learnt the most off internationally?
But we've played, or like we've like watched their demos?
Just played in particular, or practiced with. Even watched the demos as well. Just the team you learnt the most of.
I think the team we like took the most from was like Heroic. I think everyone did, like over time, like a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. I think like Heroic by far. Then there was also times like previously, like where it was Nip or it was Mongols, like that we were taking a lot from, or like the Mongol score. But the best team we played by far was Mouse. Like yeah, it's not even close. We played them twice. It's very hard to play against. They have a very good approach against like honestly everyone they play against. They kind of play their own game. They're like super disruptive. You can't really do what you want on T. Yeah.
Which mouse? Obviously, is mouse without ROPS or Frozen, or the new mouse?
The current mouse, since they got Shui.
Yeah.
Like,
oh jeez, that'd been scary. That team's going to become an era team. I'm just going to see it. Okay.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Yep. So went through that. Okay, what do you guys do outside of CS in particular? Because a lot of players are semi-professional at best, and mostly, well, amateur is a derogatory word for it, but it actually means you don't get paid to play. But obviously amateur and stuff like that, like there's not too much, full-time CS basically. What do you guys do outside of CS?
You wanna go to Via?
Yeah, sure. Like, obviously we don't have an org right now, so like most of us are like working. But even when we were like under Vertex, like there was periods where like a lot of people were studying at some point, or like just working a bit. But for now, like most people on our teams, like we're just doing like we're still putting in like the hours of like a full-time team, and we're just trying to like work around it. With like some people like work part-time, like some people just work like odd jobs for like their family, for example. And like personally for me, like I just drive Uber Eats like at the moment. But yeah, kind of just like trying to still make it work, like even without the org support, because I think it's still possible to get really good.
Yeah, I'm just working part-time at my university, so outside that CS.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'd say. Uber Eats, yeah, I guess that's pretty good money as well, from what I've heard. Also with the international events in particular, what one was your favourite? Was it the recent ESL Pro League, or what other events did you enjoy the most?
I think, honestly, for me, probably DreamHack Melbourne, like to play, the one where we played with like Liam, like Malta, Hazard, like PZ, like Addict. I think that was the most fun event like we've been to. We didn't win a game, but like playing in front of a crowd was like really fun. I think that was cool. But then there's been a lot of other events where we just got to go to really cool places, especially the ones where we've gone to Europe. Like we get like boot camp, we get to scrim all the best teams for the week we're there. So I think the original one where we did the conference in Germany, and then the conference in Sweden, but we were boot camped in Germany before. And then the last Pro League, I think we'll play the best we've ever played by far, like in the server. So I like that one as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. How about the RMR in Asia? Like, I believe, what happened there in particular? Like, what happened during that tech pause? That's all I want to say. Like, that would have been a chaotic time.
Yeah, that event was kind of cursed for us.
Yeah.
I don't think we were nearly as good as we were now, but we definitely got fucked in that event. It was like, even in the video, like, for the game against like Rare Adam or Tyler, I forgot who they were at the time.
It was Rare Adam.
Video, and they just take a pause for this guy to message the manager for 2 minutes to decide what to play, and we end up playing Ancient, and then we have like a 4-1 or a 5-1 lead. And then we called a B-rush on the last round when the server crashed. And I think Jared double entry'd them, and then basically the game stopped. We came back like a day later. We got owned. And then like for our next game, like Liam had food poisoning. Yeah. So we played with David, and then we lost like 2-1. But that event kind of sucked, to be honest, because for RMR it's like the biggest event out of everything, and we just had no chance. And it wasn't our fault. Like, it wasn't even because we were playing bad. It was just because of the circumstances. Yep.
Actually, I was going to say, Yawama, you've been in and out of this team in particular. What is it like to finally have a permanent spot in this team, and for, not having Jamie to throw your jersey in the bin?
Right. Other than like quite a while ago when we played like a season effectively, I haven't really been in the team except for like when they have certain events I'd help go and coach. And like I live with Toby, the other guys are all my mates. Like we've been on heaps of events together. Geordie as well when he was in the team. Like we're really good mates as well. So like it's good. I already know them all really well though. So it's just kind of like we're hanging out still, but now we're playing scrims and matches. So it's really fun. It's like good playing with people that are your friends. And yeah, it's really cool like playing with like such, I suppose, like competent players, and you can just have so much trust in them. Like in a round, you just like you just have so much trust that they're going to do the right thing, and you can focus on how you're playing yourself, and it's really nice.
Actually, I forgot to ask as well, because you also played in India, was that correct, with Vertex?
Yeah, I played in India, so they needed a player for that. I think they were still getting Damio, but he couldn't play in India because he played the qual with Making History, and I didn't play the qual, so it just kind of worked out that I could play. And then yeah, played together there. That was really fun. But that wasn't like planned. I was originally gonna go to help coach them, but
Okay.
obviously circumstances meant I had to step in.
Yep. Well, was that like, how was that event in India? Because I haven't actually asked about that in particular. Like, was the crowd any different? Was there any big differences compared to playing in Australia or in Europe?
Yeah. So the crowd was really cool. Everyone was really lovely. People, want to take photos and stuff, and everyone's super nice. The other team's really nice. The staff were great. The stage was pretty cool.
The speakers were so loud. In
And the
Hindi that the other
speakers-
team could probably
the
hear, but
speakers-
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we could hear the commentators.
Okay.
We can't. None of us can speak Hindi, so it did make it like a bit hard. But it's part of the sport. We had a great time. And everyone was really lovely to us. So.
Yeah, I can imagine a bit of white noise in the background can break a bit of focus here and there, especially if you get disturbed by like the tiniest of things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways,
Pretty much.
would you guys like to say anything for your fans? Because you got a lot of them out there, particularly. I remember like everyone repping the Vertex shirts. Now people got the Bad News Kangaroos shirts, which actually looks really awesome as well. You can buy their merch. I think it's, what's the website again for Bad News Kangaroos? Is it at.com?
I think it's .com. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think it's
badnewskangaroos.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything for the fans before we go out?
Thanks for tuning into the Hose stream, the Hose interview. Especially like Jared. I've heard Jared wants to do the next interview, so.
Yeah, we did kind of take it from him.
Yeah. Next time Jared will be in the hot seat.
Yeah, he will be. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we can get a triple screen. Can we get a quad screen? Maybe.
That could be crazy.
Get the entire.
I think we need everybody in.
Get the-
mic'd.
Yeah, getting the entire
Yeah.
team in would just be absolute. I have to ask one person, like, kind of those question shows where like I'm sitting here with the card being like, $400. What is the center of gravity of the Earth or something like that? That's what it would sound like. That quiz show where they have like those boxes.
Yes, that's the way. You could get the loser. You can get both teams' players, so
Yeah.
both the winner and losing team in the interview, and then do it like that. That could be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get them to answer, get the dud questions out the way and get them to answer that. Like, you get the dud question passed on you, then you get a hot potato question where it's just like, oh no, how do I answer this? And then the easy handball ones, you give to the winners.
Of course.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, you could do that. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for being on. I really, really appreciate it. And obviously, as you guys know, you can
Thank you.
buy the merch for the Bad News Kangaroos. You get some awesome shirts. And also, they look pretty awesome as well. They, those old style vintage shirts where they've got that, little cartoonish style artist. And you can just wear it outside. It's fucking awesome. Anyways, guys, hope you guys in the crowd have a good one. And you guys be champions.
Thank you. Thanks for casting
Yeah.
as well. See you.